Hi there, my name is Jason Benkis. I'm a NASM certified personal trainer, and I wanted to put a video together for you that takes care of a lot of tightness. A lot of times we're sitting, we are on keyboards all the time, we're hunched over, we're carrying children. I fall into all of those categories myself, even as a personal trainer and a new father. But there's a way that you can help yourself, in a way you can release a lot of that tension and that tightness. And that's with something called self-myofascial release. When you're stretching, when you're holding a stretch, either you're holding like a quad stretch or you hold your hand onto your ankle and pull, you're stretching the healthy muscle. But you're not really getting down to that deep, deep-rooted tightness. So I'm putting this video together, and I'm going to use this with clients, and I'm also going to put this out there on the internet so you have a chance to see it. But we're going to use this thing called a foam roll. Now this is a special foam roll. This is a little bit different than what you probably see in the gyms. This is from Trigger Point, and on it, it's got little different grooves on it. It's got little points. They're supposed to be like your fingers, and then it's got long tubes. They're supposed to be like the length of your fingers, and then it's got flat part like the palm of your hand. So it's supposed to work almost like a massager as well. And this is a great product to use to get rid of a lot of tightness and tension. So I'm going to show you a few techniques with this thing today so that you can get yourself loosened up even better than just from doing regular old stretching. The first thing I want to tackle is the calves. If you're wearing any kind of shoe with a heel, it could be a work boot, it could be a heel, a high heel shoe, you're going to get tightness in your calves. Runners, tightness in your calves. So what you do with this thing is you put it underneath your calf. You're going to lift yourself up a little bit, and you're going to roll ever so slowly until you find a spot that is kind of tight for you. So for me, I'm going to push right here. Now, if you're not able to lift up, if you have some problems with your wrists, then you drape a leg over, and then you can let it sit on there. So we're going to hold this for 30 seconds, but at home, you can do this for up to 90 seconds. Now what this does is it pushes on the knots, it pushes on that tight muscle, and gets the tendon to override the muscle. As opposed to when you're just doing regular stretching, all you're really doing is just stretching the muscle. So this gets a little bit deeper. So we'll hold it for 30 seconds today. But again, if you're doing this on your own, you can hold it for up to 90, and this is something you can do every single morning. Alright, so that's about 30 seconds. It might have been a little bit more. A little bit extra is okay. You want to do both sides. If you do left, you want to do the right. So I'm going to do everything left side today. So what else can we do? On the left side, we can do the IT band. Now the IT band is this muscle that runs all the way down your leg, and it gets very, very tight, especially if you're sitting, and even more so if you're running. So what you do is you lay on your side, prop yourself up on your elbow, and you roll ever so slightly, ever so slowly, about 1 inch at a time. Up and down your leg, you want to be below the hip, but you want to be above the knee. You don't want to roll down onto that knee, put that extra pressure on that knee. So we'll find our spot. I found mine. Again, we'll hold for 30 seconds. Enjoy the music. This is Spotify's, I guess, old school party music. A lot of music from when I was in junior high and high school. So this one might hurt a little bit. This one hurts most people a lot, and that's okay. If you can't hold it for 30 seconds, hold it for as long as you can. That IT thing is very, very tight from when we're sitting. Now we can also switch over, and we can do the quad. Now I'll do the quad on the right side so it's closest to the camera. You want to roll up under that quad, the front part of your leg, and anywhere from that hip fold all the way down to just the top of the knee. Actually, let me pull my pant leg up a little bit so you can see it, so it's not black on black. And you can see that right there on the very front of my leg. So I've got my spot will hold for 30. The best thing to do is to let your body fall into it, release into it. Don't hold it tight, because if you hold it tight, it's going to defeat the purpose. Now if you're doing your 30 seconds and you feel that pain or that tightness drop, then you can move it up a little bit or down a little bit, maybe find a new spot. And this isn't an instant cure. It's going to take a little bit of time, just like anything else, to get rid of that muscle tightness. And now we're going to switch to the inside of the leg. So this is a very easy switch to do the adductor. You basically bring your legs out to the figure four, bring one leg out to the side, get that full roll anywhere from inside near the groin, all the way down to near the knee. But again, we want to stay away from that knee. So find your spot, and then just hang out there for 30 seconds. Hopefully it's a beautiful day where you're at. It's fantastic here in Chicago today. It's going to get a little humid, and then we're going to get snapped with that polar vortex again. Some cold temperatures coming our way. Well, I wouldn't say cold, chilly for this time of year. Perfect running weather. 60s, perfect. I take that year-round for running, not for the garden though. Alright, we're going to do one more for the leg, and then we're going to move towards the glutes. You can also, if you have tight hamstrings, and guys, this is our biggest problem, are these hamstrings. So, you go underneath the leg, anywhere from just above the knee to just below the glutes. So roll on down till you find your spot. Mine is always right underneath that glute. Uh-oh. Very close to a hospital. You see a lot of ambulances pass by. So you want to hold it. And again, it's another one where you want to lift up a little bit. If you're not really feeling anything, break that other leg over. Add a little bit of extra pressure to it. Like I said, I'm doing one side, so you want to do both sides. And rest. At this point in time, I'm kind of approximating the 30 seconds. You can go over, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, if you're doing this on your own, you can go up to 90 seconds. This is meant to be an instructional video. So we're going to move up a little bit. And this is a problem area for a lot of people. And it's the piriformis. So you're sitting on it, but you're sitting on one cheek, and you're rotating over to the side. Now this is very important for a lot of people who sit. I'm seeing this more and more with people who have sitting jobs, is that they're getting very, very, very tight in their piriformis, and then that pain transfers down all the way down into the calves if they let it get too bad. That can hamper your running. It can cause a lot of problems. So you can just kind of roll on your side. And there are other items that you can use to get into this area. You can use tennis balls to get in here. You can actually buy a trigger point ball. And I'll give you more information on how to get trigger point. How to get trigger point products here at the end. So you're really just kind of holding on to that spot, and I can feel it, and if you've never done this before, I almost guarantee you're feeling it as well. So again, you would do this on both sides, 30 to 90 seconds. 90 is about the max you want to hold it. So we're going to take a couple more. We're going to do some upper body pieces. You can do upper body too. And the first thing we're going to start is with the lats, or the side of the body. So you get that thing, you get the foam roll right at the very bottom of your rib cage, and you're going to roll up into that shoulder, into that armpit fold, until you find your spot. Usually, for most people who spend a lot of time on keyboards, it's right here. just short of the armpit, right in the middle of that of your scapular bone that you always feel there in the back. So if you're spending a lot of time at the computer, that forward head posture, looking down, as we seem to do now, laptops seem to be one of the worst things now because we're always looking down, and that gives us this forward head posture, and that pulls these muscles out of whack. Remember, if you're feeling pain from this, like pushing on a knot like you would if you're getting a massage, you're doing it right. If you're feeling a pinching pain or a searing pain, immediately stop. You can always consult a fitness professional before doing anything like this. You can always contact me. We're going to move to the upper back. I'll give you my contact information in just a minute. So we're going to do the upper back, the thoracic spine. And again, you want to bridge up, and you don't want to go any lower than the bottom of your rib cage, and you don't want to roll onto your neck. You always want to avoid rolling onto your neck. You can do a little bit of damage. So we find our spot. For most people, it's right between the shoulder blades. Again, that keyboard, holding kids, manual labor, we use our backs a lot as opposed to our lower body. So if you have questions about this stuff, you can contact me. You can go to www.goproveg.com, and there you'll find my contact form. You can look for other videos on YouTube, other videos on my website. You can even call me directly, 815-343-8212. You want to keep your head supported. You don't want your neck falling back. It puts extra strain on your neck. Alright, and we're going to roll right up and out of that. Now, the important thing is to hold that. Hold it onto your spine. I see a lot of people at the gym rolling back and forth. It's actually a foam roll, not a foam roller. So you want to find your spot and you want to hold on to it. Now, how can you get something like this? You can go to my website and go underneath the store, so it's www.goproveg.com. Go to the store, click on the Trigger Point link. You can always go to Trigger Point themselves, but if you go to the Trigger Point link, I'm part of their affiliate program, so it benefits me a little bit. But again, go to my website, check out the videos. While you're there, click on the Trigger Point link and check out everything that they have to offer. This is just one thing. They have other smaller ball rollers, massagers, and other things that you can use to keep you from getting tight all the time and just having limited movement. You want to be able to move, you want to be able to do the things that you do on a daily basis without a limited range of motion. So try this technique. You can get foam rollers, you can get them cheap, you can get some cheaper versions of it, but this honestly is one of the best ones that is out there, and this will benefit you the most. So until next time, may your life be filled with peace, balance, and harmony. Namaste.